Well, I'm Rob Hoegee, writer, executive producer. I was given the good fortune by Amazon to be hired to develop the motion comic, which was brilliant in its own right, to turn it into a television show. So that means sort of like expanding the world, creating the characters that exist within it, coming up with the storyline. It's going to take us from the beginning to the end. Um, and as part of that process, we wrote a pilot script. It was very well received critically and in terms of the viewership. And we got the good fortune of getting greenlit for a 13 episode first season, which now you can watch in its entirety.
Yes.
Sorry, do you want to spell your name?
Sure. I'm Rob Hoegee.
Kari Wahlgren.
Tom Kenny.
Cool, cool. So, for the voice actors, for my fans, please play your roles in this show.
Well, I play the voice of Lyra, and Lyra is a very, very old, but she looks like a young teenage girl character. And she's been tasked with, every generation this champion emerges that's going to hopefully defeat Narest, this very evil villain who has brought darkness to the land. And this time around, the champion comes out not ready. He's a little boy and named Niko, and he doesn't know what he's doing. He's wild and all over the place, and so Lyra is kind of a mentor figure to him and is trying to help to train him and tell him his purpose and lead him on this journey to go and defeat Narest. And along the way, she also has her own little journey to go through.
Yeah, and Mandoc, my character is a physically small, kind of shifty, shady grifter character that winds up getting sucked into Niko's adventure and becomes goes from being a self-serving character that's only looking out for himself to being part of this collective and this fellowship that's trying to fight this incredibly evil force. And so emotionally and morally, he has to step up to the plate in a way that he never has had to before, and gets to feel part of a family which he's never really been a part of before. It's cool. Yeah, it's really, these characters have nice arcs, all of them.
Yeah, speaking of that, what was it about the characters that you really
I think just what Tom was saying is that they all seem to have an arc and they're very fleshed out. I like the fact that Lyra she's strong and she's very smart and intelligent, but she's vulnerable too. She's got her own issues that she's working out through the course of the cartoon. But I think it's nice sometimes when you have a strong female character that also is warm and has a lot of heart. And just, we see kind of her softer side and her vulnerabilities too.
Yeah, you could be warm and soft and almost maternal like
Yeah.
she is with Niko, and still be a kick-ass Amazon warrior too.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
it's that's it's neat. There's so many layers to these characters that you don't see too much of in kids' entertainment. There's not really a show like this anywhere that's just full-on fantasy adventure, and the fact that it looks beautiful and the lighter moments are actually funny and the characters are actually interesting and it looks really cool and the animation's beautiful and the monsters are icky and scary in a way that you would hope monsters would be. It's really a beautiful package. It's great that people working on it are really hitting on all cylinders. And that kind of helps us. As voice actors, you can come in and bat cleanup on it and just go, wow, you're already stepping into this Ferrari that's already been built. Just got to drive it around for a little while.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I previously interviewed you for Sapphire, right?
Yes.
So what's it like transitioning to this kind of series that's probably for a younger audience?
Yeah.
You're using, or DC
It's such an interesting correlation that you bring that up, because I see little bits of Lyra, like if she were to grow older, she would probably be a bit of a starfire as she got older. So I
How much
like.
older does she need to get? Isn't
Well,
she
I know
hundreds
she's
of
like
years old in the
hundreds of
show?
years old, but she doesn't look it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I really love doing a show that skews towards a younger audience, because I think those are the viewers, those are the little girls that need good characters to look up to, and I think that they've really tapped on that with this show.
Oh, no, I guess if I have anything to add to that, great answer. It's just that uh, I don't know. I don't know that you guys think of this as a kids show, do you? It's not like, oh, we're going to write for the demographic of 8 to 12. You guys are just doing an adventure show like that's. You know what I mean?
We
Like,
do. I mean, we definitely are. I mean, I'm very mindful of this being, a show that, by the people that are making it are aiming it at children. And so, as dark and dramatic and interesting and
but it's not
layered as
market
nuanced,
research or
right?
whatever about that demographic that's
Sure.
driving you. You're just telling a
Right. No,
story.
exactly. But I do. It's very important to me that we don't go too scary. I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah.
have small children at home, and it's important to me that this is going to be something that parents are going to be glad to watch with their kids, and they're going to
Yeah.
be enjoying it as well. I mean, truly for us, the goal has always been, this to be a full family show that
Yes.
the kids are going to want to watch, and then the parents are going to want to watch it with them. And so if you can suck them in, that becomes a family appointment viewing. And and today it's so how often families aren't even eating dinner together, let alone sitting down and watching TV like we used to.
No, that's
So
going away. Yeah.
anytime that I can get a family together to spend some time and enjoy some incredible storytelling and great performances in a world that everyone wants to sort of explore more of, I mean, to me that's like the ultimate goal.
Yeah, because everything's niche now. So it's like, dad's watching the dad channel, mom's watching the mom channel, big sister's watching the big sister channel for big sisters only. And it's like,
Right.
I had this amazing experience where I went to someone's house, like for a school fundraiser for my kid a couple years ago, and they had like on the wall of their house, I'm not kidding, in the same room, they had like 4 big screen TVs right next to each other. And I said,
No
wow,
way.
you guys really like TV. He said, oh, this is great because we all have headphones and we plug in and my wife can watch her shows and we go. And I was like, that sounds horrible. That's how, you know what I mean? Like, wow, that's awful. So this is kind of the anathema to that. But like what he was talking about with, quote unquote kids shows, I mean, yeah, like obviously you don't want anything that's inappropriate or too over the top in a way that's off-putting. But the stuff like fairy tales, whether it's Pinocchio or The Wizard of Oz or Alice in Wonderland or whatever, the weirdness and the danger has to really feel you have to feel that it's threatening and not toothless.
And we explore emotions in this show like many shows don't even go close to. I mean, there are truly moments in this that are that made me cry watching it, and I made the darn thing. So we really dig down deep, and it just goes to show you get so invested in these characters along their journey that when you can you fully experience the moments with them, you are kind of really wrapped up in it.
Yeah, because kids crave adventure and viscerally exciting entertainment, but there's so much that has elements in it they would like, but they can't watch. You know what I mean? Like a 6-year-old can't watch a Christopher Nolan Batman movie because the Joker sticks a pencil in a guy's eye.
Right. Or,
So it's like, oh, but my kid likes the idea of a guy that dresses like a bat and fights evil, but there's all this other stuff that and kids always want to watch that stuff, and you go, yeah, not yet, And this is actually something that has that visceral appeal, but also has characters and vulnerability and emotions and friends, and it's neat.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.